Be conscious of the higher life. It's impossible to live a life you're not conscious of. God's plan is fixed. He wants his children to live a higher life. But it's impossible for everyone to live the higher life. Why? Because not everyone is conscious of the higher life. And therefore, the life you live is a reflection of what you are conscious of. If you think it's normal to be poor, then you will be poor. If you think it's normal to suffer, then you will suffer. Why? Because the life you live is a reflection of what you are conscious of. If you are conscious of sickness, conscious of poverty, that's exactly how your life will turn out. A Christian is not supposed to live the life an unbeliever is living. It's normal for the non-believer to be sick. Poverty is normal for the world, but not for the Christian. Why? Because there's a higher life for the Christian. A Christian is the epitome of God's person. If you are a Christian, created in God's image, then you should live your life like God. And it also means that you are like God. Question, is God a victim? No. And so why should you be a victim? God doesn't get sick. He doesn't suffer. And so since you are the epitome of his personality, since he created you in his image, it means that you should live your life like him. A life of no sickness. A life of not being a victim. The spiritual is greater than the physical. And so in order to live this higher life, you have to be conscious of the spiritual. Live your life by the Spirit. In the Spirit, there's nothing like poverty. There's nothing like suffering. And so once you are conscious of that realm, it manifests in the physical realm. And it becomes a reality for you in the physical realm. But because you live in the world, challenges would come. I'm not saying challenges will not come. The Bible says a servant is not greater than the master. Jesus went through challenges. And so it means that you will go through those challenges. But if you are conscious of this higher life, they are bread for you. Why? Because you will just penetrate through those challenges. That explains why the apostles were called gods. It's because people saw something different in the life they were living. People saw a higher life in them. And so they began to say, these ones are gods. This life is impossible to live if you do not know Jesus. Why? Because if you don't know Jesus, then you don't know who you are. The life Jesus lived is a reflection of the life you are supposed to live today. This life makes you more than a man. It makes you more than a superman. This life makes you a God. Not a God to be worshipped, of course, but a God who is a result of the life given to him by God, the higher life. Dogs produce dogs. Cats produce cats. God produce gods. And so if you are a child of God, then it also makes you a God. Live by that perspective. Gods do not suffer. They don't live as victims. They are victors. Now, it's impossible to live in this reality if you're not conscious of God's word. And that's why God gave us his word, that you may meditate on his word every single day. God's word will make you what it talks about. What I'm talking about now is what I'm actually quoting from his scriptures. And so if you want to live in that reality, be conscious of God's word. Meditate on his word every single day of your life, and it'll make you what it talks about. My name is Young Preacher. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, and make sure you share this video and bless somebody. If you have questions, send to my email account, and be blessed. God bless you.